Why don't you simply ask them if they have another warehouse or something?
Hey, Mage.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm going to use Mind Probe. All right, 2 successes.
All right, you got 1 net hit. So his surface thoughts are that he's a little bit annoyed and kind of nervous that he might be about to be killed.
Can I pull out and then try again?
You'll get a -2 die pool modifier though.
That's fine. I'm going to edge this one. All right, 6 successes.
You get
And
to
then-
keep 5. Oh, you get to keep all 6 because you edged.
Oh, and 6 successes on Drain.
All right. You can probe the target's subconscious, gaining information the target may not even be consciously aware of, like psychological quirks, deep fears, or hidden memories. So what do you want to know?
If they have another warehouse somewhere where the payment is.
So he doesn't know about a warehouse, but there's definitely a weapons cache somewhere in the area. He can give you kind of a general. You can get an image of a location that would help you identify it if you wanted to. You'd still have to search it out. It's the desert. The image is kind of like grass and sand on the ground, and there's kind of a hatch out there somewhere, and you can get the feeling of a general direction away from the camper.
So I guess any other just general information about the team, or if they have no, I guess I can't think of anything else I want to know. Can I talk to other people while I'm mind probing, or is it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'll call it to the people and say, hey, I got, I can figure out what y'all want to know. Tell me what you want to figure out.
Do they have any more cred sticks?
All right, I will find that out.
Yeah, this guy's got a cred stick on him.
Okay, I will tell him. I will relay that this guy has a cred stick. Anything else?
Is there a way to collect the payment that was on this the guy's frag comm? And does he have a cloud account or something out here?
All right, can I find that out?
He doesn't know anything about how his boss did financial transactions. He knows that he always paid people with certified cred sticks. That's all.
Are there any more members of their organization?
Are there?
No, there are not. This was their whole operation right here. But they did work for... The troll guy works for another guy.
Can I get that guy's name?
Yes. His name is Cortez Hem.
So I will pull out of his brain. All right, so I'll say this guy has a cred stick on him. Y'all can do with that what you wish. They do have a weapons cache somewhere out here. I'll say house. You might want to look for it with your drone. I can always try and use clairvoyance and see if I can find it, but it might be worth searching out.
All right, I'm on it.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and I'll have my drone start looking through the area.
I'm going to start looking for tracks or something, some sort of... I mean, even if it's a weapons cache, it's their warehouse or something. There's probably a trail or something to it. Footsteps.
You guys can do an extended perception test to find it. With the knowledge of the general area that it's in and the direction that you have to head in, it'll be 5-minute intervals instead of what I was going to make it, which is 30-minute intervals.
Does tracking help at all either?
Let's say roll your tracking and add the hits as a die pool modifier to your perception, and then everyone who wants to help search for this thing can do this as a teamwork test.
Okay, Hauser would like to use his smuggling knowledge skill to try to assist Yonkers.
I'll be using my clairvoyance to help him out.
Alright, so that's 1, 4, 5, and then 6. So you get a total of +6 to your perception. Well, like I said, that's just 1 success on 5 minutes, so you can keep rolling. Alright, after 30 minutes you find it, or 25 minutes you will find it. There's a kind of a wooden hatch on the ground underneath some grass and dirt, and there's some chains attached to it that you can pull open.
I check for traps.
Roll your dungeoneering.
In all seriousness, I do pull out a knife and make sure that I'm not going to get myself fragged by opening it, and then I open it away from me.
Yeah, roll one last perception for traps. You don't notice any traps.
Awesome. I open it and hope that there is no claymore.
Well, it opens up, and underneath it you have a weapons cache, a big kind of like underground bunker.
Go down, click on the flashlight from my Mossberg, and see what we have.
All right, what you will find down here, and by the way, everything, since I assumed that you'll look at it, they're all registered to that name Cortez Hem that you got from that hired muscle guy. But what you do find are, if you want to get ready, in fact, I can paste this into the chat, but I'll read it as well. In other words, don't bother writing it down. I'll read it out to you and then I'll paste it in chat. But you find 5 Remington Room Sweepers, 5 Seska Black Scorpions, 3 Ingram Smart Gun X's, 3 Colt Cobra TZ-120s, 3 Uzi 4s, 2 AK-97s, a Defiance T-250, an Ingram Valiant, 12 frag grenades, and a box of 100 assault rifle APDS rounds.
That's a respectable haul in and of itself.
Yeah, it's almost too big. I think they may notice that missing. What do you think, House? You think between the two of us we can get them reprogrammed quick enough before the world comes crashing down on our head?
Well, I think we could definitely work on the higher items, the ones that are going to give us a better payout. The little stuff, I mean, if we can't bring it, we can't bring it. I say let's focus our resources.
Well, I don't think. I think the grenades and the ammo, they're ours. We can take those.
Grenades
The other equipment.
Grenades do have a matrix presence. The ammo doesn't, but grenades do.
And frankly, Molly is owed some of this.
I think bringing this in a van back should help ease the pain of losing 2 comrades.
Oh, I would imagine so. In fact, I think we can keep the van and whatever we want out of here, as long as you think we can get it changed before, like I said, before the world comes crashing down on our head.
I think we have a fair chunk of time. As long as no one found in trouble, we probably have a couple days easy.
Yeah, we may have longer than that if we can find a way to convince the other two to forget about the cache ever existing, at least for a month or so.
That won't be a problem.
Well, if you can watch things topside, what do you say we get started reprogramming it, Case?
Get it loaded up into the Bulldog first.
Yeah, this is something we'll have to do back at his shop. It takes a while.
Sorry, out of character. It's a hardware plus logic test extended, and it's a threshold for each device. It's a threshold of 24 with an interval of 1 hour. So it'll take a good bit of time.
Well, then let's get it loaded up.
You guys start loading it up. I'm going to relieve the kid from guard duty.
Yeah, see if the kid can do his little voodoo that he did to get the information to make them maybe forget who they are for a little while.
Sure. Yeah.
All right,
So,
I'll start helping House load up the van and his cargo van. I assume we're taking both, House.
Yeah, let's take the van, and then we can try to fit as much in the back of my truck as we can as well.
So, Yonkers is going to go up, walk towards the van. How are the 2 prisoners positioned? Are they on their knees, or are they what?
They're kind of just sitting on the ground, side by side.
All right, I'm assuming they're both facing Prof.
Yep, and I have my my pistol out, and I'm holding it menacingly. Or I think it's menacing.
All right, Yonkers is going to pull out his Savulette Guardian, make sure it's set to single fire, and look at the kid. Hey, kid, they have some... we found a haul. We need you to go get that taken care of. I'll watch these guys.
Okay. Where do I go?
Just follow my footprints back. It won't be that hard.
Okay.
You're able to see where they were. They were only like 250 meters out. I mean, it's it's a walk, but you can see where they went.
All right. I will look at Yonkers and then I will head on. I will head that way.
When Prof gets about 50 meters out or so, with the suppressor, I put the two guys down.
All right, they're dead.
You can never make dead men your allies.
Nope, but also dead men tell no tales.
All right, so Hauser's going to help Case start loading up the Bulldog step van, and then whatever is excess will go in the back of Hauser's truck.
Got it. You guys have the gear loaded up.
Well, I'm ready to go if anybody wants to ride in the truck. Otherwise, there might be some space in the van.
Who's driving the van? So Yonkers will take the Bulldog.
All right. You guys headed back into town.
Let's head back to my place. In case you can call your wife and tell her what happened and ask where she wants us to drop this.
Let's stay. Try and go around the grid if we can. Keep the Bulldog off the grid.
Case rings up Molly.
She answers
Well,
very quickly.
Hey, honey, things went a little bit sideways. I think got maybe a total of 500 Nuyen out of them. And I'm sorry to tell you that your runners are dead.
Oh, man. She takes a moment and is upset. But she collects herself like the professional she is and says, "Were you able to find... You weren't able to collect a payment. Were you able to collect the cargo?"
We got some of the cargo. Part of it was damaged, but we found a entire weapons cache as well. Everyone but two of the guys are dead, and those two apparently are not going to be remembering who they are for a while.
Okay, and... What about the van? Julian's van. He drove it out there.
Bulldog?
Right.
Black with red racing stripes?
Yes.
Yeah, we've got it.
Okay. All right. How much? You said some of it was damaged. How many of the grenades were you able to recover?
Didn't take time to do a full check, but probably less than half.
All right. Why don't we meet up and we can talk about how we're gonna... I know that... Why don't we meet somewhere?
I think that might be a good idea, especially if you have a contact you can call where we can. Unfortunately, it looks like the driver of the van is not going to come looking for it, so we don't need to worry about that. But this other cargo, we need to probably offload as quietly as possible, and someplace where we could probably work on it as well.
Right. I don't have a place like that. I mean, my guy who had a workshop like that is, well, dead now. Do you don't know anybody?
Well, we got one on the team. He's got a place. I'll hold on one moment. Puts her on hold. Calls up Hauser because he's in Bulldog. Hey, you think we can take this back to your shop for the time being anyway? I'm starting to
Well,
think,
my shop is in the back of my truck here, and it's really just, it's made for doing simple repairs on drones. It's not made for something like this that's going to require more detailed expertise. But I mean,
I thought you had a
we could
garage.
store it at my place, but I don't have the materials to start working on it.
We need someplace to store all the stuff.
Well,
we need the tools to reprogram it.
I can. Let me make a phone call.
all right. Lead case says, "Listen, honey, why don't I give you a call back? We're heading towards Polly up right now, and we'll know more here in just a little bit.
Yonkers gives DeGear a phone call.
Alrighty. DeGear answers. Hello.
It's Yonkers.
Hey.
Need to turn around on some credit I might have earned up.
Okay.
Need some place that is off grid or some sort of Faraday cage. I don't know. Some place that some hot goods won't be noticed for a little while.
Well, I know some place that I use for, or that I know of that Greyfeather uses for this type of smuggling work. They charge, but I can hook you up with the contact.
What are we looking at for cost?
I'm not 100% sure. I mean it's in maybe a couple hundred new yen for a couple of days. I don't know. You'll have to talk to that person. I don't actually handle that part of our business.
All right, if you could hook me up, that would be a help.
Alright, he gives you the name of a woman. Her name is Lisa Stroop. She's got a location in Puyallup.
I give the nice lady a phone call.
She says, hello.
Is this Miss Stroop?
Yes it is.
Name's Yonkers. We have a mutual acquaintance via one Johannes de Geer.
Ah, indeed. How can I help you?
Just need to rent out some storage space.
Oh, okay. Not a problem. How much and what are we talking about?
One van-sized location. Something that can hold a van.
Are the items that need to be stored, are they going to be, how do we say, looked for?
We're not sure, but it might be my concern.
Okay. Well, if you're trying to get that gear like that stored, I can get you a location, get you storage for 250 new yen a night until we know what we're dealing with at least, and then the price may go up, may go down.
All right, I can. I'll wire you over 250 right now.
All right. Thank you. And she gives you a location where you can drop it off, and like an access number.
I forward on to Case and House. Let's have Molly meet us there.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Case calls her up.
Yeah, she agrees that she'll meet you there.
Bobby, how much new yen was on the credit stick of the not the mage, but the other guy?
Altogether, you guys got 750 new yen from those guys. Alright, well, when you meet Molly at the location, she takes a look at the van and she says, yeah, here's what I think we can do. She also takes a look at the grenades. After looking at the grenades, she says, yeah, I don't know, and hearing your explanation of what happened, she says, I don't know what the deal is with these grenades. I had my guys check them out, and I don't know how closely they checked them out, but yeah, these aren't grenades. I don't know what this liquid is inside of them. You guys can... I can't make anything out of that recovered stuff, so that doesn't matter. You guys can do whatever the frag you want with these, whatever they are. I'll take the van if you want to just keep the rest of this dreck. She seems rather annoyed and kind of down and upset about the whole situation.
Hey, before you run off, I think I've got an idea what we can do with this. Obviously, we can just pawn the whole lot or find a buyer for the whole lot, and we wouldn't have to mess with ownership. Or if this is going to be a long-term relationship, a running team, why don't we look at doing something a little different? I hear about this old abandoned pawn shop not far from the crime mall.
So you heard about an abandoned pawn shop, and what do you want us to do about it?
Well, the way I figure it is, I've already got this corporation set up that we could purchase it under. Even if you guys want to change the name of the corporation, right now it's Case Enterprises, but it shouldn't be too hard to change it since it doesn't really exist in the first place.
What's the location of this pawn shop?
I believe it's over by the crime mall in Paliup.
I give the location of the old secret hideout.
Yeah, I think that's the place I heard about.
That closed?
As far as I know, the people that are running it are not running it any longer.
God damn it, Drekken, I can't escape that place.
So, Molly, I know we've got that that place you're kind of attached to, your parents' house. But it's getting with everything else. Maybe it's time to make a change.
Well, if we're going to set up there, we're going to have to do a full scrub to make sure it's not bugged.
Yeah. I'll go there at night and see what's there and what isn't.
Let me ask.
Davros, did Davros ever take a look at those grenades or the damaged ones even?
I was thinking about that. I mean, I think we would have saw him in the passing. I'm not sure if. I mean, he might have taken a look. He might be interested. I don't think he's ever seen grenades in real life, in person before. So it makes sense that he'd be interested. Go check him out.
Well, give me I'm wondering if I'm going to be tipping my hand here. Give me a magical theory roll.
Oh, okay. It's not what I was expecting you to say.
There goes grenades.
Holy
5
moly.
successes.
Yeah, when you take a look at one of the grenades, I assume you shake it around. You remember there's liquid in it, and things start to click together. You remember the color of it. It was kind of an amber, orangish color, and you remember that it was corrosive. And then suddenly, boom, you realize this is aqua. This is aqua regia that is inside these grenades, and it's highly likely that these grenades were being used to smuggle orichalcum, which Davros would know is a magical reagent. Orichalcum is a magical metal. It can only be created through alchemical means, and the metal is used as a reagent for magicians.
So the grenades are they're not active grenades. They're just it's the chemical inside them is the reagent that they were smuggling.
Orichalcum is a metal that is, like I said, it's a magical metal that's used as a reagent for that kind of stuff. Aqua regia is a highly potent acid. In particular, it can be used to dissolve orichalcum into solution, so that it's no longer, because it's dilute in the acid, it's no longer able to be seen in the astral plane, but it can be precipitated out of it if you can get it stored for a long period of time in sub-zero temperatures. It'll precipitate out, and you can extract the orichalcum back out of it. So it's used to smuggle orichalcum all the time.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm assuming Davros would know how to get it out, because especially since he's a whiz kid at chemistry and has a pretty good chemistry skill. So
yeah, absolutely. And with a magical theory roll with 5 hits, then definitely.
Right. All right. So I will tell the team that as such, and I tell them I'll need to get all the grenades in sub-zero temperatures as soon as possible.
Your friend have a freezer here, Yonkers?
You can use it's not like you have to get it to really super cold temperatures. You just have to get it into a freezer. So you should be able to find one without too much trouble. You guys will get 4 karma for this that you just did. You would have gotten 5 karma if you were able to recover all of the grenades.
Just as a thing, I'm cashing in all 10 karma to up my edge to 2. After all of that bad luck, karma has to turn around somehow.
Right. Getting stopped by Knight Errant, having to drop 2,000 new yen to be able to get into the Barrens, and then also blowing up most of the grenades. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. I'm going to take off, guys. You all have a nice evening. I'm going to go cry myself to sleep.